Hi, in this tutorial, we are going to learn about the offset function in MS Excel. The offset function returns the value or a range that is a given number of rows or columns away from a given reference. I personally find the definition too technical and too hard to grasp at once. So let us just understand the example clearly using this illustrative example. Let's assume that these colored blocks are the only blocks on which one can walk on. As per the problem, you are currently at cell B9 and you need to go to cell D14. For that, since we can walk only on the colored cells, you would have first gone from column B to column D, and in that journey you would have covered 2 cells. After that, you would have gone down 5 rows to reach D14, and that's all you need to know to use the offset function. So let us use offset to find solution to our problem. The reference here will be cell B9 where you're stuck at. The number of rows would be the number of rows you need to come down from row 9 to reach row 14, which is 5. And the number of columns will be the number of cells you need to cross to come from column B to column D, which would be 2. As you can see, we get our correct answer as 13. If you would have noticed in the syntax that offset can also be used by giving in values for height and width instead of rows and columns. But whenever we use the same, it has to be used in conjunction with another function. Let us take a look at the second example to see how we can use offset with width and height. Here the problem is to calculate sum of all numbers in blue cell using offset. So the other function which we will be using with offset will be sum. So first we'll put an offset. We'll start with B26 as reference. We'll skip the rows and we'll skip the columns. In height, basically we are considering only one cell, so the height will be 1. And since we need to take sum of all the blue cells, the width will be 3. We also have to include the cell at which we currently are, that is the reference cell. Once that is done, we know the range that which we are going to get, and that range would be B26 to D26. And now we just need to put a sum function before that, and we'll get our answer. So let us just cross check, and yes, the answer is 21. Now let's do the same thing using D26 as our reference. We'll first put in the offset function. Here the reference would be D26. We'll skip the rows and columns and we'll directly go to height. Height will be 1. Here we need to be careful. Since we have to go backwards, as in towards your left, we will write width in negatives, and that will be 3 in negative. And then we'll just put a sum function. And we get the same answer again. So basically, the offset using width and height is very useful and is in calculating depreciation while financial modeling, and is used very often to calculate depreciation using the straight line method. I hope this tutorial was useful. Thanks for watching.